Hello from the Music Interview Corner. Today from Helsinki with TURMION KÄTILÖT and with Saku.
Hi. Hello.
I just wanted to say Saku, aka SHAG-U.
Yes.
Yes. How did you come up with the stage name?
Well, that's an old one. Back from my DJing days, there was this bar called Bar Bakkari at the Helsinki, a couple of years ago. I think it's even more than a couple of years ago. Nevertheless, I needed a DJ name, and I was like, I don't know, you come up with something to the restaurant manager, and he was like, SHAG-U, that's gonna be your name. And okay, well, let's go with that then. And I don't know, it just kind of stick after that. So now it's SHAG-U in here as well.
Did it help you somehow, like in dating life?
In dating life, I think I go more with the merits, you know, not with the name.
Oh, that's good. That's very good. And you also have a new album. It's called OMEN X, and it will come out on January 13th.
Yeah.
How did you experience the recording process?
Well, of course, because of the coronas and stuff like that, everything was totally different. Like, for example, we had this previous album, Global Warning, which we released, and right after we released it, the corona hit. And what happened, we didn't have a real time to promote the album or do the shows for the album. But what we did have, we have lots of time to go back to the studio and occupy ourselves with something. So basically what we have like a music for I don't know, 3 albums already. And for the OMEN X, we have lots of songs which we just simply have to leave behind because they all can't just fit in one album. And in a way, I think it's, I'm not sure is it right to say it's hardest album in a way in the making process, because we have to really discuss with the band which songs will be on OMEN X and which will not be on the OMEN X. And usually we don't have that kind of problem. In a way, we already know that these are the songs we want to do. And now we have 2 or 3 albums worth of songs, and we have to decide which songs we will have for this album. But the album itself turned out to be really fine, really great. And what we wanted to do in the album, we wanted to have some kind of, let's say, drama in it. Even though many bands are only publishing singles or stuff like that, we wanted to still have an album for those who want to listen to the album. So there is some kind of red line between the songs, in the themes, in the atmosphere, in the tempo or something like that. And well, in a couple of days you will know.
I actually got the link. I could listen to it already, and I really like it.
Nice.
It's very melodic. I really like the energy of the album.
Yeah, and I think you see, say the energy, that was the main thing for us. We wanted the energy, in a way, change a bit during the album, but still that you can find the TURMION KÄTILÖT throughout the album, even though there are new kind of things, there are new kind of melodies, there are harder stuff, there are darker stuff, there are something stuff, I don't know. But still, you can always find the TURMION KÄTILÖT in it.
Yeah, and do you have a favorite song on the album?
There are really good ones. Maybe I would say, depending on the mood, of course, but all the songs, I like all the songs, and I can accept all the songs, but maybe Kuolettavia vammoja, or Käy tanssiin, or Puoli valtakuntaa.
Oh yeah, Puoli valtakuntaa was also the one I got stuck with, because it has this really nice intro. I really like it.
It's like a really big chorus in that. And of course, it's in a way it's a little bit more personal for me. I write all the lyrics and did all the singing parts for it, and so of course that's one of the reasons. But there are lots of good songs, so let's not even stick too much to that. And I think if you ask me next week which are my favorite songs, I will answer you differently. So it goes so much with the mood.
Oh yeah, no, I understand. And I realized January 13th is also your name day, for your name, Saku.
Is it?
I mean, the wall calendar that I bought at Saitorin Percy says that.
Really?
So that was not intentional?
No.
I thought it was maybe okay we do it on Saku's nimipäivä.
I didn't even know, but nice to know.
Yeah, in Finland we have name days, by the way.
Yeah,
yes.
That's not a common thing.
Not in Germany. We don't get that in my country, so I had to move here if I want to have a name day.
I don't even understand the whole concept of name day. Yeah, but yeah, in Finland we have name days. So you have your birthday, and then you have all the calendar days have some kind of names that this is your name day.
Yeah, and you get a gift for name day. This year you get an album, I guess.
Yeah, but I'm not sure is it a gift for me or a gift from me to you, but nevertheless somebody gets an album.
I guess a gift from your band to the world, I would say. Before you joined TURMION KÄTILÖT, you were the singer of Fear of Domination, and you still are. Yeah, you still are. You were in both bands. And how does it influence, like the work for Fear of Domination, how does that influence your work with TURMION KÄTILÖT and vice versa?
Well, speaking as a singer, I think it's quite good because there are different kind of singing parts, different kind of melodies, different kind of approach for the music in Fear of Domination when comparing to the TURMION KÄTILÖT. So as a singer, it helps me to keep myself, well, of course, occupied, but more or less it helps me to keep my singer range quite wide. I can do melodic growl, I can do melodic clean singing, I can do harsh sounds or like go deep growls or everything like that, because in TURMION KÄTILÖT I cannot use all my vocal range. Well, in a way I can, but there are not like enough songs where there's no need to use all of my singing range, and same goes with the Fear of Domination. There is no need to use same kind of singing that we have in TURMION KÄTILÖT. So I love the opportunity to use all of my range and try to expand my range and rehearse my sound. And besides that, of course, it's like when TURMION KÄTILÖT have a little break, we will go with the Fear of Domination. When Fear of Domination have a little break, we go to TURMION KÄTILÖT. And all I dreamed, my whole dream for the life is doing this live and doing this audience experiences, giving you all I have. And having multiple bands really helps me and gives me this opportunity to live this life like I wanted to live.
Yeah, that's amazing, and I think you have a really broad vocal range. Yeah. And I think it's not very often that a singer can do really well, like clean vocals and harsh vocals.
Well, no, I don't know how much is much, but nice to hear you enjoy it. But I think they are really, really good singers in a way, and of course, you are not necessarily have to train like a wide variety of sounds you can do. Somebody just want to focus on the clean singing and do that really, really well. And somebody wants to focus, let's say, on the metal vocals and do that really, really well. But I'm always curious what else I can do with my sound. So I don't just like stick with one sound. I want the experience and influence it, let it be influenced with different kind of themes. Or when I first started doing like metal growls, I was listening to the In Flames Anders and people like those. And then I was like, that sounds cool. I want to know how he does it. And I think one of the themes that always gets stuck with me is like using melody with the metal sound. So even though you're doing like really harsh vocals, you can still add like a hint of melody in it. And then just like a play with the melody or the harsh sounds between the songs. And well, I don't know what is directly like my thing, but that's surely like one way of doing my thing in my voice.
Yeah, I really like it. I think it's amazing that you have such a broad range.
Thank you.
And can I ask you, I see your tattoos here, who in your band has the most tattoos?
In our band, in TURMION KÄTILÖT, I think maybe me or Petja. Yes, me or Petja, and Fear of Domination, I think Miikki. Yes, Miikki, definitely. Yeah. He has nearly full body tattooed, so he will win this round.
Which one is your favorite, or is it hard to show?
Well, I have tattoos from here to here, so...
Oh, okay, we don't want to go that far. YouTube might censor us.
This is more like...
Is your favorite maybe on your arm here?
I always wanted to like write something to remember, like rules of life when I get longer in my life. Mm-hmm. So like something when I'm in doubt of my choices or my situation in life, I just like can basically look in my arm and remember something that reminds me why I'm doing this, or why I'm pushing myself to the limit, or why I'm not giving up.
That's a really good approach. Yeah. I have one on my foot that's like a quote.
Everybody takes their tattoos for the reason they want. And of course, I'm not one to preach, but I want to take tattoos that remind me of things, good or bad, or mistakes or good things, and whatever.
While we're talking about tattoos, some bands get tattoos on tour. Mm-hmm. What is the craziest thing you and your bandmates in TURMION KÄTILÖT? What did you do? What's the craziest thing you and your bandmates have ever done on tour? Oh, now that's going to be a good story.
I don't know. The concept of crazy is quite a blur for us, because usually when we do something, we're like, this is just some basic fun for us. Some else might be, what the fuck? You can't do that. And we're like, why not?
That's exactly what I would like to hear.
Well, besides everything like going naked or screaming out loud in the public places or like getting a little bit drunk or everything. Well, first of all, I want to say we never do anything to harm anyone. There's like we want to have fun, and we don't have any rules for having the fun. We can be goofy around each other. We can go naked in public places, but of course we don't do anything in your expense. We are just being ourselves. But like, well, I can't say you like one specific thing, but usually everything includes some kind of nudity or.
Oh, that's good. That's a typical Finnish. Our audience loves that.
Like a nude dances or something like that.
And we're like out in the park?
Outside, inside, at the backstage, on stage, at the audience, who knows?
Did you ever thinking of creating a TikTok for this, like a TikTok channel? They have a lot of dance videos on TikTok.
No, we have a TURMION TikTok, but I'm pretty sure that TikTok will ban us immediately if we start sharing what we do like in that kind of detail, because and I think that's in a way that's more like a band and a crew thing, so maybe it's even better to keep it that way, so we can have our own little bubble where we can do our goofy stuff.
The happy, goofy, naked bubble?
Yeah, happy, goofy, naked bubble. That sounds good.
You have a really cute dog. Would you like to tell us something about your dog? I saw it on Instagram.
You mean Laku? That's, to be honest, that's my parents' dog, but I usually go and take care of it quite a lot. So whenever I want to like relax or have, like when I'm really stressed or something, I just take the dog and go to the forest, go out, and it really helps me to relax, and that's like my best buddy in a way, because, well, he's just so crazy and he just wants to have fun. So, well, if you have seen the video, you can just let him loose and he will be like, oh shit, yeah, let's go. And it's always so empowering to see that somebody or something can be so genuinely happy for so basic things. And I think that, in a way, it gives me some roots back to the life.
Oh yeah, I totally get that. Yeah. Cats and dogs can just be so like grounding, and they are just so like...
Yeah, grounding, that's the word, yeah.
And I saw something else on your band's Instagram. You had a voting. Who has the sexier leg, you or Angelina Jolie? Yeah, and I read the comments and it seems like you won. How did that feel?
Did I really win it?
I think so. There were a lot of positive comments that you won.
Well, nice to hear that, but I think we have to go back to the gym and train my legs a little bit more after all those Nightwish tours, because we couldn't have a gym in there, and I really want to train my legs. I'm those guys who never skip the leg day, so I'm gonna get better than that, because if that's enough to beat Angelina Jolie, who knows what I can get.
That's true, how far you can get. That's good, never give up. Probably you have a tattoo about that. That reminds you of your leg days.
Not yet, but that's a good idea.
And you're also going to go on a big world tour now, soon in February. How does it feel? It's called World Tour 2023, right?
I love the term world tour, which comes from the marketing, because now...
it's more Europe, right? But it is a world tour still, a world tour in Europe.
It might be in world tour. No, nobody knows which shows we will have.
Yeah, so nobody knows how to define world. Yeah. It's like crazy, there's no definition.
And there's no definition how long our tour will go. So now we have Finnish tours, we have these European tours coming up. Who knows what will happen in the summer, after the summer, next year. And we have no ending date for the tour, so we will just keep adding the dates.
That's very clever. I like this approach.
But the main thing for the tour, I'm really waiting for the shows to happen. Next Saturday we will have our first Icehole show ever. And as far as I've heard, it's going to be sold out or nearly sold out already. So get your tickets now if you haven't get them yet. I don't know when it's published, but if you don't get there, you will be really sad, because that's going to be the biggest disco ever we have done, and it's going to be huge. It's going to be, and I love that we first time ever we got this possibility to make really big show in our terms, in our rules, in our production, because usually when you go to the big stage, it's going to be a festival, or you have to share the stage with somebody else or something like that. And now we have a whole stage for ourselves, and we can do whatever we want. and you're gonna see what that means.
That sounds amazing. So you better go there or you cry. Oh, I think we still have time. Maybe one more question.
Yes.
What do you like most about each of your bandmates? And are there things you don't like because they are not here? So
Things about my bandmates what I love the family feeling. I love the, even though we don't necessarily see each other like a day to day, every day, but still every day when we meet, it's like a family reunion all the times. And some might say like a brothers or sisters. I don't know about that. I feel like a family. I don't know what will the role be, but the main thing I know that there are people who got my back, whatever happens, and I can share this dream and this life with them. It's like I don't know how to even express it, like so it sounds right, because the things we discuss, the things we feel, the things we see or experience are so big in all the manners you can think of. Most of all the emotions what we share on the stage, it's kind of, I don't know anything else in this life which would give me same kind of feeling. I know I have different things in my life which are big for me as well, but that is totally different, and there is nothing you can compare it. And that pure joy and the pure possibility to have this chance with these guys is one of the main things I really respect, and I'm really glad I can have it them. And now the sad parts after that, things I don't like.
now it gets interesting. No, it was so beautiful what you said before. So.
Yeah, that was.
You can't ruin it anymore.
Yeah, but the things I don't like. Well, not to say names, but sometimes I don't like the nagging when people get tired, or they're like, "Oh, I'm so tired," and then it's just like nagging like old grannies or something like that. No, we don't need that. Let's do this disco. And I know I can be nagging as well. I can be like a really pain in the ass. And sometimes when I get a little bit when I get tired, or most of all when I get bored, that's when the magic happens. Then I just like invent some games or invent some things to do. And usually people don't like them when I start harassing people or something like that, like poking them or something like that. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? So I think this question should be more like the things I don't like in myself, but I like those things because I like to be goofy. So
it could be really bad on the live tour. Are we there yet? Are we there on the world tour? I mean, if you do the world tour, are we there yet? Are we there yet?
5 weeks for a constant. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? And now we are there. Is the show yet? Is the show yet? Is the show yet? Okay.
And you know, our audience maybe doesn't see that here, but we're doing the interview in a library here in the Helsinki City Library.
Maybe this might be a prison, this might be a library.
We don't know, that's right. But it's a library, and I was thinking you have such strong vocals and such a broad vocal range. This is your unique chance, maybe it never comes again, once in a lifetime chance to scream or to sing and be loud in a library? Would you like to do that?
In library we are silent. This is the place to be silent.
Okay.
You have to be respectful for the other people.
Okay, that's very... So you have to buy tickets for the show if you want to hear him sing.
Then you will hear some singing. But yeah, most of all, Ice Hall, different Finnish dates, and after that we go all around Europe. Get your tickets. I want to see you all.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Saku.
Thank you.
And goodbye from the Music Interview Corner. Bye.